Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. It's a real pleasure to see you all supporting me and motivating me to push more content nowadays. In my video today, I'm going to look at a comparison that I've been asked for a long time. Since portable espresso is becoming a new notion for coffee home brewers and that we are seeing a lot of options in the market. All of that started with Nano Presso, then Pico Presso, then a lot of other coffee makers that are being launched every now and then, especially from the Chinese companies. We have spoken about the Super 58 from Starseeker in my previous videos, and we have seen how capable it is as a machine, that it supports a lot of good features, starting from a portable espresso that has a 58 millimeters basket. Recently, after that, we spoke about the Cera, which is also a Chinese company that makes very good coffee gear, and they are famous for their Cera Plus espresso portable maker, and that they have launched a lot of other accessories as well, but this was one of the most anticipated accessories they have launched recently. I've spoken about both of the machines before in my videos. You can look at that at these videos on my channel, but in today's video I'm going to answer a question. Like, some people are looking at this versus this. Which one should I get, or which one should be really I should be spending my money on and get more value if I buy it? So I will try to answer these questions today in my video and give you a very in-depth and thorough comparison between them, so that you can be sure what to choose from, or what are you going to get when you spend your money over any of them. So I'll start my video by looking at each of them, what are the capabilities of it, and what are the specs, and what is the weight and everything that comes with it. And then we'll look at them head to head against each other, and I'll try in the end of my video to make coffee with this and that versus my Mara X machine, and see whether any of them can really give a good espresso compared to a real espresso machine or no. We can also look at some TDS refraction results as well, as we do in all the espresso comparisons that we do, in order to give you some insights and some data as well. So let's start the video by looking at the weight of each machine and what each machine has in the box. First of all, Starseeker Super 58. It comes in a very nice bag. This is how the machine looks like when you buy it, without buying any extra or paying any extra fees over the price of the machine. You get it in this bag, and when you open the bag, you will find everything you need to make or to brew your coffee wherever you are, starting from a very sturdy and heavy holder that is all made of metal, and it comes in 3 pieces or 4 pieces that you put them together, and then you have some screws, and then you can put all of it together in order to make a very steady holder that can take the machine together. And then here comes the machine itself, and the machine is called Super 58 because it features 58 millimeters basket, and it comes with a pressure gauge that shows you the real pressure while brewing your coffee. And also you can tweak the screw under the pressure in order to play just a little bit with the pressure. So this machine does not make any kind of pressure profiling. You should not buy this machine if you are somebody who is aiming to do pre-infusion on 3 bars and then go up to 6 bars and then jump to 8 or 9 bars and go down, because this machine does not do pressure profiling. But what you can do is you can play with the grind settings as well as opening the screw a little bit, so it can just do the espresso on 3 bars or 4 or 5 or 6. But this is because you're controlling it by opening the screw and also controlling it through the grind settings that you do for your coffee, not because you're opening or closing the screw. So this is a very important feature. A second feature is that when you open the screw, in case you got the right grind settings, which is fine enough for espresso, the bar itself can go up to maybe 20 bars or 18 or 16 or whatever. In this case only, if you open the screw a little bit, it can release some of the water, or like push it away from the pressure that is being pushed on the coffee, so that the bar will be reduced in terms of the extraction. I mean, while the extraction is undergoing, until it reaches maximum 8 bars. You cannot go beyond the 8 bars if the espresso settings are there for your coffee when you grind it. So this is a main important feature you have when you have the Super 58. The machine does not heat any water. It comes with an aluminum water chamber, and also an aluminum shower screen that has a screw in the middle. You can always unscrew the shower screen and clean under it, because it's made of aluminum, so probably you will always need to clean it every few days, like a week or 2. to keep your machine maintained. Like you have any, I'll say any mocha pot or so, and you always need to wash your mocha pot after you use it. So you also keep an eye on the machine so that you don't grow some scale like the one I have here now due to not washing the machine for a couple of weeks. Okay, so that's the main thing about it. The machine comes with a very good size of basket, that is 58 millimeters basket. You can always swap the basket with any other 58 millimeters basket, like IMS, like VST, or any other new basket that are there in the market, which is a good plus point for the machine. The machine is rechargeable, of course, using USB-C. Both machines actually can be charged using USB-C. So when you charge it fully, it will give you up to 50 extractions, which is a very good number of espressos with one single charge. So I remember the longest time I got it, I charged it and I used it for 28 days, like every day at least a couple of shots without charging it for any single time. It gave me 1 month of use without any single charge, just one single charge in the beginning of the month. This was really a good feature. The water chamber of the machine takes up to 70 ml of water. 70 ml of water. It is even written on as a mark here. However, you can take up to maybe 80 or 90 for the people who are aiming to achieve long goals. And there is another way to, in case you want to make a longer cup of coffee, you can keep the top part open, and while the pump is on, you can always pour more water while the extraction is going, so the pump will suck the more water from the chamber. So you can say that you have no limitation for the size of the cup you can make with the Super 58. So this is about the Super 58. The sound of the machine is very quiet. If you turn it on like that, it has a touch button here. When you click the touch button like that, for like few seconds, it will turn on the machine. When you turn on the machine, you can see that these are the marks of the battery. So when you lose battery, you will lose them one by one until it becomes 0. Then it will flash, means that you need to charge your machine. So when you double click the machine, it has two different modes of extraction. The first one is when you double click the machine. Double click would mean that the machine will do a pre-infusion first for 3 seconds of dispensing water on the coffee. And then after that, you take 5 seconds of silence until the water soaks with the coffee. So that's a total of 8 seconds. And then the extraction will undergo until 55 seconds. So the total extraction will be around 55 seconds, and that's the maximum. You should not reach that. In case you're achieving 30 seconds or 40 seconds extraction, you don't need to go for more than a minute of extraction. Unless you like that and you like the coffee. Sometimes I also do 1 minute extractions without any issues. I enjoy the coffee that is taking long time for extraction at sometimes with some coffee beans. Okay, so if I turn on the machine like that with a double click, this is how it sounds. Then stops, then continue the extraction like that. And if you want to close it, you can always close it at any time. Or the other mode is to triple click the button here so that the machine will start the extraction directly without any pre-infusion. Like when you turn on the pump of any machine, and then it will go slam the coffee with 9-bar extraction directly from the beginning until the end. You can always control the bar, as I mentioned in the beginning, by opening the screw a little bit. Like half turn only is enough to make it maximum reaching 9 bars of pressure, no more than that. In case it goes more than that while opening it for half turn, you can always grind coarser. Okay, so this is about the Super 58. The machine itself, if I put it on a scale in front of you to check what is the weight of the machine alone, it weighs around 1.3 kilograms, 1,272 grams exactly. So it's like 1¼ kilograms. This is the weight of the Super 58. If I add the cup that comes with it, this is just the cover, it is becoming 1.3 kilograms. And it comes with a lot of accessories as well. Aside from the holder that it comes with, there's other accessories like this one. This is a tamper. small tamper, but I've seen people on some websites that are printing some 3D printables so that the tamper can become calibrated tamper, and you can always press it at a specific limit, and you can add a spring to it if you want. But because this is the 58 size, you can always use any other tamper that you have. Like for example, a force tamper or MHW 3-bomber tamper or happy tamper or any other tamper or distributor are always fun to play with when you have the 58.5 millimeters basket. Okay, the machine also comes with actually it doesn't come with a mesh like this, so I use my mesh, and this is an MHW mesh, the shower screen that I use it in order to keep the machine clean as much as possible. It also comes with this nice dosing ring, and the dosing ring has that kind of a ridge that goes inside the basket, so that when you make the coffee, as I'm gonna show you, you need to make sure to just give the basket or the portafilter a few hits after you do the distribution to make sure that the edges of the basket are also filled with coffee. And there is this small nice brush, and these are the screws, and this comes with also this screw for adjusting the pressure while the machine is on, using the front screw in the machine under the gauge. And these are the small screws that you can use to fix the holder of the machine. So if I weigh the whole box of the Starseeker Super58 to show you what is the exact weight of the machine, let's do that. So I'll turn it off first by long clicking the touch button, then put everything back, and I'm going to weigh the whole box to just show you what is the exact weight of it, so you can have an idea of what you're carrying in case you're getting it for traveling. Let me close it first, and then let's put it on the scale and see. So it's 2.5 kilograms. 2.5 kilograms. This is the weight of the Super58. Now moving to the other machine, the Cera Plus Portable Espresso Maker. This is coming in that carton box, like that, cardboard box. And this is definitely made in China. And when you open the box like that, you will find very neat looking machine, starting from the manual that they put on the top of the machine. It is in English to make it easy for you to read it in any place in the world. And when you open the top foam part, here you go with the components of the box. So the machine comes in front of you as just the first thing your eyes will be on when you open the box, and then some tools like a small brush that you will use it to clean the coffee from the portafilter from the basket while making your coffee, and also some other tools like a small needle like this. Okay, small gesture that you can just use it while making your coffee for distribution. Definitely it comes with the wire. Definitely the Super58 also comes with the wire, by the way. So it comes with the wire, and it comes with a small plastic spoon to weigh your coffee. And it comes with the dosing ring, the tamper, and the mesh. The main feature about the machine is that it has only 51 millimeters basket. So this means that you are committed to use only 51 millimeters basket, and there is a good chance to get a good basket also from IMS. But of course you cannot compare a 51 millimeters basket to 58 and the adaptability of 58 millimeters baskets, because you can always get a lot of options in the market for 58, but you can't do the same with 51. So let's weigh the box first of all before opening the machine and showing you how it works. Let's weigh it and see how much the weight is. This is like very light comparing to the Super58, because the box of the Super58 has 1 kilogram only, or more than that even for the holder. That's all made of metal. So this box weighs 1 kilogram 0.16, so 1,162 grams. This is the weight of the box like that. And there is the machine itself that weighs around, I believe, 700 grams if I'm not mistaken, but let's confirm that. So the Cera Plus machine weighs 704 grams. This is how it looks like. So the machine is a little bit taller than the Super58, but it is thinner. It's easy to carry it in the hand, and it has this plastic cup. And when you take out the plastic cup, you will see the portafilter size, the 51 millimeters portafilter. On the top, there is a stainless steel room for or chamber for the water. And definitely the machine also is chargeable using the USB-C, and it gives mostly the same battery like the Super 58, also around 40 extractions. Super 58 gave me more than 50, but you can say that this is a very similar battery capacity to the Super 58. When you open the bottom of it, you will find the basket, definitely commercial basket, but you can always swap it with another IMS basket if you have, or any other basket if you can achieve any baskets. I believe there is a basket made for La Pavoni machine, and also I'm using it for my Presso, as well as there is another basket that's made by IMS also. It's called HUGH. You can look for it on the internet. And here comes the shower screen that's all made of also stainless steel. So this is a plus for the machine, that it has a stainless steel up and down, aside from the Super 58 that has aluminum up and down shower screens. Okay, the shower screen here doesn't have a screw, easily taken out like that with hand, like the Presso shower screen, so you can clean under it if you want. But here you see some plastic part under the machine, while in the Super 58 there is no plastic part, it's all made of metal. So you keep that in your mind when you use it, because this is an important part. Okay, so you put back the machine like that, this is the battery size. The battery is full. If you long click here, it will turn on the heater of the machine. So the machine did not find any water, so that it stopped automatically. But when I put my hand right now, I felt a little bit of heat on the bottom of the water chamber. So when you use the machine, this is a plus for the machine, or this is the difference, a big difference between this machine and the Super 58. This machine has a heater function. If you want to heat the water, you just long click the button here. When you long click the button here, it will give you a chance to heat the water up to maximum 3 times per charge. I spoke about the machine before in a very detailed video, and that the water will heat maximum to around 88 Celsius, which is not enough for espresso, but still it can be some life savior for some people if they are outside and there is no way at all to heat water for their coffee. So this is a plus from the machine for sure, that you can heat the water in it. Aside from heating the water, you can always double click like that, and it will turn on the pump. And you can always stop it like that, or it will stop automatically after a minute. Okay, so I just stopped it because there is no water in the machine. It does pre-infusion for around 5 seconds, and then it continues the extraction. So both of the machines have pre-infusion, but here you cannot do a shot without pre-infusion. You cannot do a triple click or a double click like you do for the Super 58 in order to bypass the pre-infusion of the machine. So this is briefly about the Cera Plus machine. So right now I will show you how I make my coffee using both of the machines, and I will use the same cup to make 2 different espressos with each machine. I'm gonna use one grinder for both of them, so that you can be looking at the workflow. And I'll use the same grind settings for both the machines to show you the differences that I can achieve. I'm gonna also use the same grind settings for the Mara X machine to see what is the difference if I achieve a good extraction on the Mara machine using that specific grind settings. Where is that exactly if I use the same Super 58 or the Cera Plus machines? Just before heading to the coffee extraction, I want to tell you something, that the Cera machine has some other pluses that are not with Super 58. One of the pluses is that you can get a grinder, a portable grinder from the same company. And this grinder is like that. It's called Cera electric grinder. It comes in that box, and it is also a rechargeable grinder that comes in that box. It has its cable as well, and it comes in a very nice portable bag like this, and it comes with its own brush. Okay, so the grinder is very small and handy. It can charge up to, it can grind up to like at least 15 times of coffee grinds, or even more, depending on how long you take to grind your coffee, whether you grind for filter or for espresso. Okay, it's a very nice grinder. I tried the grinder before. It comes in a very nice pouch as well, and you can always buy the bag that takes both the grinder and the coffee machine. And this is what you don't have with the Super 58 because its bag is already big and it's enough only for the coffee machine. But with Cera Plus, you can always get this bag at an extra cost, I think of $10 only. And this bag will be having enough space for both the coffee machine and also the grinder. So you can put the coffee machine like that, and you can also put the grinder like that, or take it out of the pouch first. Sorry. Like that, and then you put it here in this box. You can put the coffee tools here, like the tamper and the distributor and all these things. You can put them here. So you have your coffee set ready for you wherever you go. And you put the needle and the brush, and there you go. And you can add the wires here in that pocket and close it. You can add a dose or two of coffee like that. If you have small plastic containers like this, you can add a dose or two of coffee in that pocket this way. You can add up to maybe 3 of them like that, and then you can close it, and then you can go out having all your coffee tools with you. So this is a good thing about the Cera machine that you cannot achieve with the Super 58, because the Super 58 has no space for such tools like this with the machine. The box of the Super 58 is already big, and it just takes the coffee machine only, okay? So that's just a plus about the Cera that you cannot achieve with Super 58. But it depends on every user. Some users will not sacrifice carrying a grinder outside as well, because they can always grind their coffee at home and put it in the same plastic container, and then they can just prepare their coffee outside. If you have a good vacuum sealed container like that, it will not allow the coffee to damage after grinding it for a few hours. So that's enough. I actually do that, to be honest, when I go to my work. So I'm not going to use the Cera grinder in this video because it's just a head-to-head machine versus machine without any extra tools with them. So maybe if the Super 58 will be twinned with the grinder that is portable and can be taken out, by then we can see how we can compare a grinder versus grinder and the machine versus the machine, okay? But to continue the video, let's go ahead with making coffee with both machines. So both the machines will require some preheating. So by the time I grind the coffee for each of them, I'll pour hot water, boiling water in both of them so that it can give it some heat. So I keep the kettle ready for me, next to me, and I will soak the lower part as well as the upper part of the machine. So to do that, I will pour hot water here first, like that. And also here, and then I will close the top one. So we will heat both the machines, and then we'll do a preheating cycle for each of them, and after that we will do the extraction. So the challenge here is that when I pour water here, it will fall from here. But anyway, I will try that. Okay, yeah, it's gonna drop bit by bit until it reaches the glass, the cup down. So for the people who own the Cera machine, you can always do the preheating cycle using the battery, but you're sacrificing 30% of the battery for one single heat. So instead of doing 10 shots or 11 shots with this 30% of the battery, you will just lose it for just heating the machine up to 88 Celsius. And after you heat it, you will throw this water, then you will heat another water in order to make your coffee. Because when you heat the water, you heat only the water in the chamber up here. You don't heat the rest of the machine. So by the time, if the rest of the machine is already cold and the top part has only 88 Celsius water, if it goes down, it will become less than 70, and then, or even 60, so that the coffee you're gonna make is gonna taste sour for sure, 100%, okay? So let's grind the coffee. Let's add a little bit more water here, and then I can throw all that in the sink. Yeah, because I want everything to be as hot as possible before doing the extraction. So I'm just spraying a little bit of water for each bean, and then I will grind them one by one. I use the same grinder. This is the Starseeker Edge 63, and this is settings 36. I'm not sure why 66, but I did a cup of espresso on 35, 36 on the Mara X. It gave me a good result, so I said fine, I'll keep the same settings, so I know what settings is it on the Mara X and compare it here. I'm not aiming to get an excellent extraction on both of them. I just want to see if I use the same grind settings on both of them, what is the taste of the coffee I'm going to achieve. And in the end, I will do the extraction like analysis using the refractometer, and this will give me some indicator. I would know if I need to get a better extraction. I can always go finer or coarser depending on the extraction time that I will make. Let's grind the coffee. So turning on the machine, and then we'll do a double click. Okay, then putting this one. So of course you can always tweak that process by adding more hot water, doing a couple of preheating cycles instead of one, because I'm just handling two machines at the same time right now, so it is a little bit annoying for me. It's taking much time and effort, but doing it with one machine only will give you some better flexibility and better control over the extraction you're doing. So probably if I use one machine only now, I will make better coffee than using two machines at the same time. But for the sake of the video and the comparison I'm trying to do, I'm just showing you the workflow of both the machines. So both the machines are similar in the way you can handle them. You can pour hot water in each of them to do a preheating cycle. After that, you can go ahead with your coffee extraction. So right now, let's get two hot cups, and let's see how the extraction is going to look like. Click here and double click here, like that. I hope that the extraction goes well and that the coffee grind is good for the espresso. Little bit fine. So it's a little bit fine, but it is going. As you see, the extraction, the flow rate is 0.8. Usually it is 1.2, 1.3 when I use my machine. Now it's 0.9. But it is going as a single stream. Now it's 1 gram per second. And we took 37 grams, 40 grams in the cup. That's 40 grams in the cup in around 1 minute. This is how the extraction looks like. Creamy coffee, nice coffee. And I'll do the second one quickly before we lose the temperature. Let's do that. So I'll reset the timer, reset the cup, and let's start it. Oh, sorry. We have to turn on the machine first. So I have to reset this one. Double click. So with Cera machine, we could not see what pressure are we on, but on the Super 58 we can see. So I can see that the pressure is going now towards the 14 bars. So mostly a similar extraction to the Cera machine. I can, if I change if I tweak that screw right now, I will change the pressure on the coffee, but I don't want that. But seems that the Super 58 is a little bit more powerful, because at 15 seconds or 16 seconds, the extraction is going at 1.1 milliliters ratio. And I am achieving a better extraction with the Super 58. But we will taste the coffee in the end and see how the difference is between both of them. So the same exact result, 40 ml in 1 minute also. But the extraction of the Super 58 is looking very different. As you see, a tiger extraction on the top, looks nice, looks very creamy, more than the Cera machine. So the crema on the right side here is for the Super 58 versus the Cera machine. Both of them are looking nice, but the Cera looks more like less creamy than the Super 58. So let's try the taste of both of them, and then let's do, meanwhile, one more grinding to do the same on the MarX. So MarX temperature refers to 90.5. So we do some pre-infusion for like 8 seconds. Then I open the flow control completely, one turn, and definitely the extraction on the MarX is more steady, 0.9, and I see a full extraction from all the holes of the portafilter. Looks very nice extraction. Now it goes to 1.4, 1.5. Definitely the pump on the MarX is stronger than the portable machines, so I achieve a better extraction on this machine so far. So we did the same extraction in 42 seconds, okay, not a minute. And this is how the cup looks like. Looks nice also, but more creamy, as you see. So let's compare the three of them together and see how taste-wise they are and what is the TDS of each of them. So guys, I gave each of them a good stir now, and it's the moment of truth to see which one is best. So this is the Starseeker Super 58, and this is the Cera Plus, and this is the MarX machine. I'll start with the, let's say, the Cera Plus. Okay, I'll just have a sip first and see how it tastes, and then I will do the reflection test and see what the result is. Balanced taste. Just maybe a little bit of acidity is there, just a little bit. About the Super 58. So more acidity is here. So for Super 58, I believe I needed to grind finer. Even though the shot looks nice and it looks very rich, but it feels a little bit light on the tongue. But still there is complexity and there is good taste for the coffee. So all of them, both of them so far smell nice and taste nice. How about the MarX? So this is a more complex shot. So this one has more complexity. Okay. So let's start with the Super 58 and see what the result is. Just so yeah,
as I expected. The Super 58 is 8 point something, 8.25 so far, which is 16.5. I felt it on my tongue when I tried it, to be honest. Feels like the Super 58 needs a finer grind in order to achieve better extraction, like much more complex extraction. So the result is 16.5 extraction percentage, and we usually achieve higher than that when we do experimentations on the Super 58. But as I mentioned, the concept here is that I just want to check each of them head to head, no matter that I can tweak and dial in more to get better extractions. So let's see the second one, the Cera Plus. So this one ended at 8.25 with a 16.5 extraction percentage. Let's see what the Cera Plus is about. Okay. This is a 8.3, which is a very, very, very similar extraction to the Super 58, 8.29. So the extraction is 16.58, extremely similar to the Super 58 in the result. So we need to grind like a little bit finer if we want to achieve higher extraction. It's a simple thing that you can do. So let's go on for the third one, which is the Mara X. This was a little bit more complex on my tongue, so I felt that it has a little bit more taste and more complexity. So this should be visible in numbers here. And here we go. Yeah, it's a 8.85. And as you see here now, even the extraction percentage on the Mara X is not, for this kind of a grind setting, did not achieve more than 17.62. So I mean, what I mean here in the conclusion of this experimentation is that you can really achieve amazing coffee with this one as well as this one, as well as the big machine, the Mara X. So what you need to do is you simply dial in your bean, and you make sure you, for example, if I ground these beans at 37, I need to go maybe at 36 or 35 next shot to see what the result will be about. So this is just a simple idea of doing your espresso. Maybe you have to play around with the basket. Maybe I use a different basket with this one or this one or this one. Right now I'm using a Movna basket. If I use something like IMS or a VST or even any EMB or any other basket, this will definitely achieve a kind of a different result as well. So I hope that this is giving you a clear idea of head-to-head how this is performing against that one, as well as we did other comparisons between this one and PicoPresso, and between this one and the RX directly, and between, I'm gonna also post about this one versus the PicoPresso, and in the next videos, once we receive the Pixapresso from Okako, we'll also include it in the comparisons to show people how head-to-head each of them will perform, and what to expect when you have any of them in your hand, and how to deal with it to achieve the best cup of coffee. I hope that this is a good guide for you guys, and you can tell me in the comments what your opinion is. Which one would you go for in case you have to choose one, whether you go for this or you go for that one. And for the same budget that you can get a Super 58, you can get a Cera plus the grinder. Both of them, I believe, will be falling under the same price of one Super 58. Do you care about the gauge that is here that shows you some extraction reading, or do you care about the size that you have here where you can add different types of baskets, or would you just stick to this one, or you go for the IMS 51mm basket that is only available in the market for the 51 size? You tell me in the comments what your opinion is. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.